Ito ang 106.3 Dance Radio. Dance Radio.
Prepare yourself.
Ang silid-aralan sa radyo, hatid namin ay makabagong paraan ng pagtuturo at kalaman. Mapaumaga, tanghali o hapon man yan. Ang istasyong magbibigay impormasyon kahit saan man.
For something big. Alright, here we go.
106.3 Dance Radio. Doña Aurora National High School, Santa Rita, Aurora, Isabela.
This
106.3 DWDR-FM. Physics, Chemistry, Earth Science, Biology, Biochemistry, Environmental Science. These are some branches of science. Science is about a whole lot more than that. And to sum it up, we believe that science is the way of helping the brain grow in finding new knowledge and help us defeat our curiosity and how the world develops and works today. Science. This is your class, and this is science. And now, here is your host for the day.
A blessed Monday afternoon to everyone. It's a beautiful day to be with you today. Second Monday of the month. We are now ready for the second week of quarter 2, shift 2. It's nice to have with you again, mga kadonyans.
Yes, that's right. Teacher Donna Bell, we welcome you all for another episode of Scientific Time, where we discover the world of science, specifically the world of biology. Ayan. So, good afternoon to all our 57 listeners and viewers today, especially our dear grade 7 learners. Ayan, another day, another fun learning experience.
Yes, would like to greet also our fatherly officer in charge, Dr. Rodrigo V. Pascua, our dedicated assistant principal, Ma'am Ruby R. Guillermo. So all head teachers and teachers from different learning areas, good afternoon po.
I am Teacher Rio Faye Magaway.
I am Teacher Donabel T. Rodriguez.
It's Scientific Time! Of course, Ma'am Donna, all of our grade 7 learners are listening right now. Hello to all grade 7 Lapu-Lapu and 7 Luna. Bonjour to all 7 Galileo and 7 Newton students. Ni hao to 7 Archimedes and 7 Aguinaldo. Shalom to all 7 Mabini and 7 Sulaiman. Namaste to all 7 Sining and Kultura students. Hola, SPJ and Rizal, Zamora, Sayan, and Crimson students.
Yes, buenas tardes, Ma'am Rio.
Buenos dias.
Yeah. So today's topic is all about the cell with specific objectives. Number 1, identify the parts of a cell and give the function of each part. Differentiate plant and animal cells according to the presence or absence of certain organelles. And we also have here Ma'am Erlinda Ramos and Ma'am Mirna Galingana to help us discuss the topic today.
Yes, that's right, Ma'am Donna Bell. Parang ang high pitch ko ha. Before we air the RBI.
Hello. Ma'am Donna and Ma'am Rio, parang may hangover pa kayong dalawa dyan.
Ito maganda yung nakain natin. Parang may bumabara.
Kayo.
Ayan. So, let us have this question first before we air the RBI.
Yes.
So, we would like you, grade 7 learners, madami tayong listeners and viewers ngayon, 67.
Yes, 69 na dito sa akin.
Mamaya magiging 100 na yan, I
Yes.
believe. So, we would like you, grade 7 learners, to answer this in the comment section. So, type your grade section followed by your answer. So, this is the question. Hindi namin ito mai-flash sa screen because, ayun, hindi pa connected yung laptop ni Sir Ryan. So, makinig mabuti. Ito po yung question. What is the difference between plant and animal cell? So, just mention one, okay? One difference between these two types of cells. Take note, our dear learners, do not just copy your answer from the internet. Okay, please learn to paraphrase.
Yes, that's right, Ma'am Rio. Also, sa pagsagot nila ng kanilang mga validating questions, learn to paraphrase, mga anak, para hindi naman halata.
Oo, huwag naman kayo magpahalata na halos lahat magkakaparehas sila, no, Ma'am Donna?
Yes.
Para hindi halatang galing kay Lolo Google.
So again, my dear grade 7 learners, type your grade section followed by the answer in the comment section. So, what are we waiting for?
Yes.
Let us now listen to the
recorded
RBI with Teacher Ria. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Dance Radio, sinihalalan sa radyo, atid namin makabago, paraan ang
Wala nang makakapigil pa. Sulong Arangkada 106.3 Dance Radio sa Aurora, Isabela.
Edukasyo'y susulong, basta na magtulong-tulong, sulong edukalidad. Dance Radio.
Physics, chemistry, earth science, biology, biochemistry, environmental science. These are some branches of science. Science is about a whole lot more than that. And to sum it up, we believe that science is a way of helping the brain grow in finding new knowledge and help us defeat our curiosity of how the world develops and works today. Science. This is your class, and this is Science.
Good day, our dear listeners, especially our dear new normal learners from grade 7. This is your school on the air in science. It is a great privilege that you can join us in fun learning through radio. I am teacher Riofei B. Magaway, your radio teacher in science. At this moment, please get your learning activity sheets number 4, titled Animal and Plant Cells, your pen and notebook. Always remember to take down important concepts that you learned today. I'm hoping that you are all set to listen and learn. Last week, we discussed about the parts of a microscope and their functions. Let's have a short review of what you had learned about microscope. Kindly describe the microscope as an instrument used in the study of living things.
Microscope is an instrument that can be used to observe small objects or organisms, ma'am.
Correct. Can you give me one part of a microscope and its function?
One part of a microscope is its base, ma'am. Base supports the entire weight of the microscope.
Very good. Good job. What else?
The one that regulates the amount of light striking the specimen is the diaphragm and is also known as iris, ma'am.
That's correct. What is is the importance of knowing the parts of a microscope, my dear learners?
It helps us observe organisms or objects that are too small to be seen by the naked eyes. And it makes small objects look bigger, ma'am.
That's right. The microscope helps us observe the structure or details of a minute object or microorganisms. You really enjoyed and understood our past lesson. I am very excited to discuss our new lesson today. At the end of this lesson, you are expected to enumerate the parts of a cell and tell their functions, and differentiate plant and animal cells based on the presence or absence of specific organelles. So brace yourselves as you explore the amazing world of science. Imagine we take a tour inside your body where we could see the different parts and organs. Where do you think we had stopped if we reach one of the smallest units that can function on its own and that makes up all living organisms?
We will be in one of the cells in our body, ma'am.
That's right. All living things are made up of cells. Cells are the building blocks of all living things. But what exactly a cell is?
Ma'am, cell is considered as the basic unit of life that can carry out all the functions of living things.
You are right, my dear. All living things started out from a single cell. Its presence identifies living things from non-living things. Only living things have cells. They vary in terms of the number of cells they have. Some living things are multicellular, while others are unicellular. Will you differentiate unicellular from multicellular organisms?
Ma'am, unicellular organism is an organism that consists of a single cell, while multicellular organism consists of multiple cells.
That is correct. Bacteria are examples of unicellular organisms, while animals, plants, and humans are examples of multicellular organisms.
Science Trivia. Science Trivia. Science Trivia. Did you know that cytology is the study of cells, their origin, structure, function, and pathology? The knowledge about the cell began when Robert Hooke in 1665 discovered tiny compartments in a thin slice of cork using his compound microscope. He called these compartment cells. Hooke's discovery paved the way for the rest of the discoveries about the structure and function of cells. This trivia is brought to you by Untamed Science, Kaagham, Doña Aurora National High School, and this station. Science Trivia. Science Trivia. Science Trivia.
It's science time!
You're listening to Teacher Rio.
I'm back. Let's continue. Living things are made up of two types of cells, and these are prokaryotic and eukaryotic. Some living things have prokaryotic cells, as in the case of bacteria and cyanobacteria. The nucleus of prokaryotic cell is not membrane-bound. These organisms are called prokaryotes. In contrast with prokaryotic cells, the nucleus of eukaryotic cell is membrane-bound. animals, plants, fungi, and protists have eukaryotic cells, and they are called eukaryotes. Which is more complex and highly organized, eukaryotic or prokaryotic cell? Why, dear learners?
Ma'am, cells of eukaryotes are more complex and highly organized because of the presence of numerous and varied structures called organelles.
Very good. The cell is made up of some components which are called organelles or little organs. Organelles are small membrane-bound structures that maintain homeostasis in the cell. Homeostasis is any self-regulating process by which an organism tends to maintain stability while adjusting to conditions that are best for survival. They exist in various shapes and sizes. Organelles are involved in many processes, such as energy production, building proteins and secretions, destroying toxins, and responding to external signals. Let's discuss the parts and functions of a typical cell after an infomercial.
Science Trivia. Science Trivia. Science Trivia. Did you know the discoveries of Sladen, Swan, and Virchow are summarized into a guiding principle called the cell theory? The cell theory states that all organisms are composed of one or more cells. The cell is the basic unit of structure and function of all organisms, and all cells arise only from pre-existing cells. This trivia is brought to you by Untamed Science, Kaagham, Doña Aurora National High School, and this station. Science Trivia. Science Trivia. Science Trivia. It's science time! You're listening to Teacher Rio.
I'm back! What are the basic parts or the organelles of a typical cell? Will you enumerate them?
Ma'am, the organelles include the cell membrane, cytoplasm, nucleus, mitochondria, endoplasmic reticulum, ribosomes, chloroplasts, and lysosomes.
You are correct! What is the function of a cell membrane?
Ma'am, cell membrane is the outer covering of the cell. It allows only specific materials to move in and out of the cell.
That's right! The cell membrane permits some compounds to pass through while keeping the dangerous ones out. Now, what about the cytoplasm?
The cytoplasm fills up the rest of the cell, where the other components of cell keep floating, as this is mostly water, ma'am.
That is correct! How about the nucleus of a cell?
Ma'am, the nucleus is the brain of the cell. It is also known as the control center of the cell because it decides and controls most of the functions going on in the cell.
That's right! Inside the nucleus are the chromosomes, which carries out the instructions of the nucleus of the cell. And what about the cell's mitochondria?
The mitochondria generate most of the chemical energy needed to power the cell's biochemical reactions. It is the powerhouse of the cell as it provides all the energy the cell needs, ma'am.
Very good! Mitochondria are the sites for cellular respiration in cells. Mitochondria release energy-rich compounds called adenosine triphosphate, which is needed for the functioning, growth, and maintenance of the body. What is about endoplasmic reticulum?
Ma'am, endoplasmic reticulum is a large network of membrane-bound sheets. It helps in transporting and exchanging materials between the various regions of the cytoplasm.
That's correct. There are two types of endoplasmic reticulum: the smooth and rough endoplasmic reticulum. Smooth endoplasmic reticulum has no ribosomes and helps in the formation of lipids, which are essential components of the cell membrane, while the rough endoplasmic reticulum has ribosomes, which help in building proteins in the rough endoplasmic reticulum. Why are ribosomes important?
Ribosomes are very important as they make proteins, ma'am. Rough endoplasmic reticulum is carpeted with ribosomes, causing it to appear dotted under a microscope. Protein production occurs in the ribosomes of rough endoplasmic reticulum.
Very good! How about the cell's chloroplasts and lysosomes?
The chloroplasts of the cell are like the solar panels, ma'am. The solar panels use the sun to generate energy, such as chloroplasts do in a cell, while the lysosomes get rid of the waste materials and other unwanted substances in the cell, ma'am.
Great! They have collaborative jobs. Every organelle works and relate to each other. Lysosomes contain powerful digestive enzymes that help in cell digestion. When the cell is damaged, the lysosomes burst. After the lysosome bursts, digestive enzymes get released. The digestive enzymes digest their own cell. Hence, lysosomes are called the suicide bags of the cell. Plant and animal cells are both eukaryotic in nature, having several well-defined membrane-bound organelles. Although the basic structure and most of the features are the same, there are some points of differences between plant and animal cells. Can you identify parts which are common and specific to plant and animal cells?
Structures that are common to plant and animal cells are the nucleus, mitochondria, cytoplasm, and vacuoles. Structures that are specific to plants are the cell wall and chloroplast, while structures that are specific to animals are cilia, flagella, and centrioles, ma'am.
Well said! At this moment, get your learning activity sheets for titled Animal and Plant Cells, and let's do Activity 1, Where Do I Belong? Using the Venn diagram on page 2, compare and contrast plant and animal cell. Write the structures that can be found in both animal and plant cells in the overlapping part of the circles. If the structure can only be found in animal cell, write the structures in the part of the animal cell. And if the structure can only be found in plant cell, write the structures in the part of the plant cell. I give you 60 seconds to finish the activity. Timer starts now. Time's up! Let's see if you answered correctly. So, what are the cell structures that can only be found in animal cells?
Ma'am, the cell structures that can only be found in animal cells are cilia, flagella, and centrioles, ma'am.
That's right! What about the cell structures that can only be found in plant cells?
The cell structures that can only be found in plant cells are chloroplast and cell wall, ma'am.
That's correct! And what are these cell structures which can be found in plant and animal cells?
The cell structures that can be found both in animal and plant cells are nucleus, mitochondria, cytoplasm, and vacuoles, ma'am.
Very good! Did you get all the correct answers?
Yes, ma'am.
That's great! This time, I'd like you to share your takeaways from today's session.
Ma'am, cells are the basic building blocks of all living things.
Correct! Any more?
Cells are made up of some components which are called organelles. They are cell membrane, cytoplasm, nucleus, mitochondria, endoplasmic reticulum, ribosomes, chloroplasts, and lysosomes, ma'am.
Right! What else?
The structures that are common to plant and animal cells are the nucleus, mitochondria, cytoplasm, and vacuoles. Structures that are only present to plants are the cell wall and chloroplasts, while structures that are specific to animals are centrioles, cilia, and flagella, ma'am.
You all did a great job. You really listened attentively. Now, let's have some exercises. I give the function and you identify the cellular organelle. Just write your answer in a sheet of paper. Ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Number 1. It is the control center of the cell. What is the answer?
Ma'am, nucleus is the control center of a cell.
Very good. Number 2. It provides the green color of plants and functions for photosynthesis. What is your answer?
The answer is chloroplast, ma'am. Chloroplast provides the green color of plants and functions for photosynthesis.
You are right. Number 3. What do you call the powerhouse of the cell?
Ma'am, the powerhouse of the cell is the mitochondria.
You are correct. Number 4. What are the cell structures that can only be found in animal cells?
The cell structures that can only be found in animal cells are cilia, flagella, and centrioles, ma'am.
That is right. And for the last item, what are the cell structures that can be found both in plant and animal cells?
Ma'am, the cell structures that can be found both in animal and plant cells are cytoplasm, nucleus, and mitochondria.
Very good. You are all wonderful because you paid attention to the discussion. Why are cells considered the basic unit of life?
Cells make up the smallest level of a living organism. The cellular level of an organism is where the metabolic processes occur that keeps the organisms alive. That is why the cell is called the fundamental unit of life, ma'am.
Great job! So, how important our cells are?
It is very important because if it is healthy, the body is healthy. And when the cell is sick, the whole body is also sick. That is why we must take in healthy foods for healthy cells, ma'am.
That is very true. You really learned a lot today. We're done with the lesson. I would like to acknowledge the teachers behind the School on the Air lesson. Yours truly, Ma'am Rio Faye B. Magaway, your radio teacher on the air and script writer. Ma'am Donabel G. Velasco and Ma'am Annabel A. Rodriguez are content editors. Ma'am Venus J. Lintao, our language editor, and Sir Ryan A. Colcol, our technical specialist. Thank you for listening. See you next episode. Bye! Stay tuned for our live discussion.
Physics, chemistry, earth science, biology, biochemistry, environmental science. These are some branches of science. Science is about a whole lot more than that. And to sum it up, we believe that science is a way of helping the brain grow in finding new knowledge and help us defeat our curiosity of how the world develops and works today. Science, science, science. This is your class, and this is science.
Dance Radio, siniparalan sa radyo. Hatid namin makabago, paraan ang pagtuturo.
Wala nang makakapigil pa. Sulong Arangkada 106.3 Dance Radio sa Aurora, Isabela.
Edukasyo'y susulong, basta't magtulong-tulong. Sulong edukalidad, Dance Radio. Learning is amazing.
Okay, so you have just listened to the RBI lesson in Science 7, Quarter 2, Week 2, which is all about the cell. Now, let's see if you really listen attentively. Ayan, so eto na, it's your time to shine. Yung mga, nakikinig attentively if you listen to the RBI. So I have here 5 descriptions with 2 choices. Okay, ayan. Which you should answer correctly. For example, if the description is the powerhouse of cell and the choices are mitochondria or lysosomes, you should you should match or yes the correct answer from the description. Yes. So you comment the correct answer in the comment box.
Hello.
Whoever answered first will be rewarded with 10 pesos worth of cellular load from magagaling yan sa akin. Okay? So ibig sabihin 10 times 5. Oh my gosh, 50,000. Ayan. So are you ready, grade 7 learners? Ma'am Lynn?
I think they are already ready. Ma'am Rio. Okay, so let's have number 1. Okay, so organisms that consist of single cell. Is it unicellular or multicellular? Okay, comment down your answer, my dear learners. Okay, pakilagyan number 1.
Oo, pakilagyan ng number, ha?
Let us see kung may nag-answer na, Ma'am Rio. So, organisms that consist of single cell.
Meron
Unicellular or multicellular?
Meron na, ma'am.
Okay.
Felerita, unicellular.
Felerita, you are correct! Yes, unicellular. Because the prefix uni means one or single.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, Felerita, please PM me your contact number.
Ma'am Rio, sabihin mo, ibigay na lang ni mama niya.
Okay.
Ma'am Annabelle.
Baka naman, sabi ni.
Okay, so Felerita, please PM me to for your cellular load.
Oh, sakto yung unicellular. Talaga nakuha niya. Ayan. So, number 2. Animals, plants, fungi, and protists have blank type of cells. Prokaryotic or eukaryotic? Just comment down your answer in the comment box.
Yes, ayan. Number 2.
Number 2. Is
Okay.
it prokaryotic or eukaryotic?
Yung una lang po ha, ang aming babasahin para mabilis
Yes.
tayo. And syempre, siya lang din ang
Ayan.
makukuha na.
Oy, sumagot na from...
Number 2.
From Archimedes.
Liza Orifon,
Yes.
tama ba?
Yes.
Wow.
Liza
Yes.
Orifon ng 7 Archimedes.
Anong sagot niya, ma'am?
Ang sagot niya is eukaryotic.
Okay, Liza, congratulations!
Okay.
May tama ka!
Tama ka. So the correct answer is eukaryote.
Congratulations, Liza. Kahit na may sakit yan talaga nagpa-participate siya.
Active talaga.
Liza, PM mo rin ako ha.
Ayan.
Okay, number 3.
Okay, number 3. Organelles are much like the functions of the different organs in multicellular organisms, and they exist in same shapes and sizes. I repeat, organelles are much like the functions of the different organs in multicellular organisms, and they exist in same shapes and sizes.
Wow.
True or false?
Ma'am Mirna, meron nang sumagot. Kahit di
Ah.
pa tapos yung question mo kanina.
Talaga, ang gagaling naman nila.
I-analyze
Okay.
mabuti yung statement.
Analyze, please. Learners, wag sagot ng sagot.
Please
Halos pare-pareho sila.
analyze.
Yes. May mga nauna, pero pare-pareho sila ng sagot.
Yes, ma'am.
Ano, Ma'am Rio? Ulitin pa ba?
Ulitin natin, ma'am.
Mirna,
Okay, ulitin ko. Organelles are much like the functions of different organs in multicellular organisms, and they exist in same shapes and sizes.
Okay, meron na. Si
Yes.
Princess Abigail. Anong section si Princess Abigail?
Wala nakalagay
Wala, hindi niya minention
Ay.
yung
Ang answer niya is false.
False. The
Correct
correct
ba?
answer, yes, ma'am. The correct answer is false.
Bakit false, ma'am?
Bakit false, ma'am? Because organelles, they exist in different shapes and sizes.
Sizes.
They are varying shapes
Yes.
and sizes.
Sayang,
So,
nahuli yung taga Zamora.
Princess Abigail. Anong
Princess
apelyido
Abigail.
nito? Si Princess
Duque
Abigail.
po.
Duque. Princess Abigail Duque. Anong section ka, anak? So, ikaw ang nanalo. Paki-take note na lang, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Rio.
Yes po.
Noted. Next.
Noted.
Ma'am Rio?
Refresh nyo lang yung mga cellphone ninyo. Baka nahuhuli kayo, ha?
Natutuwa lang ako sa mga bata kasi sa pagmamadali nila, minsan
Ay,
nagkakamali
Princess
sila na
Abigail is 7C ni.
7C.
Yes, under sila sa akin. Yan.
Oh, di ma'am,
tama.
ikaw
17.
magbibigay ng prize nila.
Hindi, si ma'am sa akin.
Ay, akala ko.
Sabi
Ako
niya siya.
nga, paki-PM ako, Princess.
Abigail.
Yes.
Okay, number
Okay.
5.
Number
4.
Four.
Pa lang tayo, ha?
Excited ako.
Excited si Ma'am Rio.
Number 4. So, these are the suicide bugs of the cell. Okay, number 4, the suicide bugs of the cell. Is it the lysosome or mitochondria? What is your answer?
May
Oy,
nakasagot.
meron na agad-agad. Si Luke
Luke Benko.
Ay!
Okay.
7 Zamora.
Under sa akin yan.
Ang sagot niya, ma'am, is lysosomes. Correct ba?
Tama ba? Okay, may tama ka.
Okay, very good.
Luke Benko.
Lysosome lysosomes are the suicide bugs of the cell.
Yes, tama. Ang galing-galing naman nila.
Oh.
Mabilis yung internet sa kanya.
Yes.
Na ano niya, yung iba kasi medyo nalilate.
Okay, number 5. Saglit nga, parang may nakita akong sumagutan ng number 5.
Wala ba tayong question, ha?
Wala kang tanong, ha? Okay, number 5.
Oo nga.
It is-
Number 5.
It is considered the brain of the cell. Is it
Wow.
cell membrane or nucleus? Again, it is considered as the brain of the cell. Is it cell membrane or nucleus?
Uy. Ayan,
Ay,
meron na.
Si Felerita Annabel.
Nako,
Talagang
makaka-20 ata
active
to
to,
ah.
Ang
Oops.
sagot niya, ma'am, is...
Tignan natin yung spelling.
Let's consider also the spelling.
Yes, sa pagmamadali niya yan, ma'am.
Oo. Tapos may sumusunod.
Sino yan, ma'am?
Si Sar Agunoy Espiritu.
Espiritu.
Nucleus. With the
Okay.
correct spelling.
Yes, tama ba, Ma'am Donna?
Okay, si Sar Agonoy Espiritu, ang sagot niya ay nucleus. Congratulations!
I'm
May tama ka!
I'm very sorry, Pelerita. Kaapura mo anak, namali yung
Ayun, yun nga yung gusto ko sabihin kanina. Madali sila na madali na may mistype na sila.
Correct.
May naka number 5 na kanina,
Oo nga
no?
eh.
Okay.
Ayan, Ma'am Rio.
Kasunod sila.
So, ayan. It seems they really listened attentively kanina. And I would like to mention also, Ma'am Donna, yung mga sumagot na kanina. First 5 na sumagot sa question natin kanina. What is the difference? I-mention ko lang yung mga names nila. Si Felerita from 7 Galileo. Si Pia Mona from 7 Galileo. And etong tatlo ay from 7 Archimedes. Marion, Rain, Jaika May, and Gio Lintao. Ayan. So, nag-mention sila ng difference between plant and animal cell. Tingnan nga natin kung tama yung mga minention nila.
Dapat ma'am sila din, dahil sila yun meron din dapat silang reward.
Oo naman, may reward yung mga yan.
Oo, ma'am.
Surprise ma'am, surprise.
Yes.
Opo. Siyempre, may effort. Dapat bigyan ng credit.
Correct. Ayan. So, in the RBI a while back, it is mentioned that there are 2 types of cells, animal and plant cell. So, animal cells are circular in shape. As you can see, our dear learners, here are the parts of an animal cell which are called as organelles.
Yes, so ayan, meron tayong cell model. Animal cell model.
Yan. Ang ganda-ganda naman yan, no?
Ah.
Tandaan yung mga dear learners kasi mamaya ibibigay din namin yung inyong performance task.
Okay. So, organelle is a specialized structure that performs important cellular function within a eukaryotic cell. So, here are the organelles present in animal cells.
Okay,
Ma'am Donna
so,
and Ma'am Lynn?
Ipapakita ni Ma'am Lynn kung saan dyan sa ating cell model ang different parts or organelles. Okay, we have the first one, the nucleus. Ayan.
Nasa center, no?
Yung kulay blue. Okay. Number 2 is the nucleolus. Ayun, yung nasa loob ng nucleus. Ayun, yung parang bilog. Parang bilog. Bilog talaga. Yung bilog sa gitna. Ang tawag dyan ay nucleolus. Number 3 is the rough endoplasmic reticulum. Ayan.
So, mamaya, Ma'am Donna, may ipapakita pa rin tayo, ano?
Yes,
na
ma'am.
mas malinaw. Oo.
Oh. Bakit kaya rough yun, Ma'am Rio?
May ano doon?
May mga...
Kasi may mga
nakalagay
ribosomes.
na ribosomes. Ayan. Another one is the mitochondria. Number 4, mitochondria. Yung kulay... Ayan. Yes, ma'am. Yan. Parang ano siya?
Sausage.
Sausage. Ayan. Yan. Number 5, ribosomes. Ribosomes. Yung nakalagay sa endoplasmic reticulum. Oo. Kaya siya naging rough. Number 6 is the Golgi apparatus or Golgi bodies. Number 6. Yan. Pakita nga natin mabuti, ma'am. Ayun. Number 7 is the Golgi vesicle. Golgi vesicle. Ayan yung mga purple, kulay purple na bilog-bilog. Number 8 is the centrosomes. Centrosomes. Ayun. Number 10 is the cytoplasm. Ayan, yung buong, parang jelly-like yan eh. Kung saan naka-embed yung mga different organelles of the cell. Number 11 is the cell membrane. Ayan, yung kabuuan. Number 12 is the smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Ayan. Bakit siya smooth? Kasi wala siyang attached na ribosomes. And 13 is the centrioles. Centrioles, yan. Nasa tabi ng, ano yan ma'am? Naka-attach siya sa number Number 8 sa sentro. So, ayan. Congratulations, Ma'am Lynn!
Naituro mo ng
Kaya
tama
naman.
ang mga organelles.
Subukan naman natin ang isang contender from grade
Mamaya,
7.
ma'am.
Ay.
Mamaya, wag kang excited, ma'am.
Oh, pala na.
Okay.
Oh, sige na.
So, ayan, Ma'am Donna, let's read the function of each organelle present in animal cell.
Okay, so ano ba mga function ng different parts of the cell or the different organelles? So, the cell membrane,
Ayan.
it is so Ryan, a double layer that supports and protects the cell. It
Yes.
allows materials in and out of the cell.
Yes, so dyan sa animal cell, parang yung gate siya,
Yes,
no?
para siyang gate.
Oo.
Diba? Parang sa school, kumbaga, hindi ka makakapasok sa loob ng school kung hindi ka dadaan
Kung
sa gate.
invader ka, hindi ka
Oo.
papapasukin, ano?
Siya yung taga-check ups, no ID,
No entry.
No
Yes.
vaccine card.
no vaccine card, no
No
entry.
entry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Number 2 is the lysosome. It is also known as the suicide bag. Bakit siya tinawag na suicide bag, Ma'am Rio?
Okay, so once na may error or I mean defect yung cell, magbo-burst kusa yan.
Okay.
Para hindi niya na ma-infect yung ibang
Cell.
cell.
So, it means the function of the lysosome is contains digestive enzymes that destroy damaged organelles and invaders.
Ah. Okay, cytoplasm. Siyempre, sabi kanina ni Ma'am Donna, nandito naka-embed yung mga organelles because it is a jelly-like fluid that surrounds and protects the organelles.
Yes. And we also have the nucleus.
Ma'am Lynn.
Okay. So nucleus, it controls the it is the control all the activities of the cell. Yan. Sa kanya lahat. Kumbaga sa isang company, siya yung pinaka-boss, the president.
Parang dito sa
in
school.
the school, it's our principal.
Yes.
Ganon.
Kumbaga, siya ang pinaka-brain.
Yes, the brain of the cell.
It controls all the activities inside the cell.
Correct. Another one, Ma'am Mirna?
The nuclear membrane, Ma'am
Okay, nuclear membrane, it surrounds the nucleus.
Yes. So, ibig sabihin siya
Siya yung
yung
bumabalot
pinaka-bakod. Kumbaga sa
Yes.
school, siya yung fence.
Correct.
Okay, fence ng school. So, that is the nuclear membrane. We also have the nucleolus. Yung nakita nyo kanina na bilog, yung parang nasa loob ng nucleus. It is a round structure in the nucleus that makes ribosome.
So, siya tagagawa ng
Ribosome. Siya
Oo.
taga-produce.
So, dyan sa presentation natin, yung yellow dyan, yun yung nucleolus.
Yes.
Yung kulay violet, yun yung nucleus.
Okay.
Diba? Kasi asa loob.
Yes. Okay, we also have the vacuole.
The vacuole.
The function of the vacuole is to store food and water.
Oo, para sa consumption ng cell, ano?
Correct.
Oo. And the Golgi body or Golgi apparatus, Golgi, it processes and packages materials for the cell.
Correct. Ayan.
So I hope our dear learners nag-take down note kayo because wala itong mga to sa ating last.
Sa learning
Correct.
activities.
Wala siya.
Wala siya.
Pero nasa RBI natin kanina.
Oo.
Yes.
Okay.
Another one is the mitochondria. Iba talaga yung epekto nung nakain natin. So, it is the powerhouse which breaks down food to produce energy in the form of ATP.
It is
ATP.
adenosine
Triphosphate.
ATP.
Kumbaga siya yung iselco. Kumbaga, siya yung iselco.
Pero dito sa school, kapag nag-run out, siya yung generator.
Correct.
Oo.
Oo. Next.
Okay. The rough endoplasmic reticulum, it builds and transports substances through the cell. Ito, take note, dear learners, rough because it has ribosomes on it.
Yes, merong naka-attach na ribosome.
How about the smooth ER, Mamir?
Okay, smooth endoplasmic reticulum, the function is builds and transports substances through the cell.
So, ano yung pagkakaiba ng rough ER sa smooth ER?
Okay, sa rough, meron siyang ribosomes. Sa rough. Sa smooth, wala siyang ribosomes.
Kaya smooth.
Yes.
Yes.
Parang sa mukha.
Right.
Rough. Pag wala, is smooth.
Oh.
Okay.
Parang yung na-finish din na wala, no?
Ayun.
Okay.
Tumatawa
Ay,
si
nung
Sir Ryan
nilalagyan
sa
natin,
gilid.
smooth yan.
Yes. Lahat tayo din is smooth face.
Yes. Lalo na pag may filter. Okay, we also have the ribosomes. It helps make protein for the cell. So that is the
Kaya
function
importante
of the
din
ribosome.
si ribosomes. Actually, ma'am, all the parts of the cell dyan ay
Mahalaga.
Equally
Okay,
important.
kasi mayroon silang kanya-kanyang function.
correct.
Yes.
Kay maliit or
Malaki. Yes.
Basta may function ka, importante ka.
Yes.
Okay, Ma'am
Okay. What about plant cell naman? Let
Ayan
us
na.
know.
Ito
let us see.
Tingnan nga natin.
Ma'am Mirna.
Ma-perfect din.
Kayo, pinagkaisan nyo kami, ha?
Saan nyo kami, ha?
Yung mga senior, sila ang model.
Ang liliit ng mga yan, Ma'am Mirna.
Okay.
Higit na mo, ma'am, para makita.
Ang gaganda ng mga cell model natin, ano, ma'am? Oo. Ayan.
Yes, ma'am. Okay,
Okay, okay.
na. Opo. Pero kayo hindi, ma'am. Okay lang? Ayan. O, sige.
So, number 1, the cytoplasm. Pero dito, meron siyang cytoskeleton. Oo, cytoplasm with cytoskeleton.
Yung light blue.
Oo.
Blue.
Yun.
Lahat
Okay.
yan.
Kung saan din naka-embed yung mga organelles dyan,
Okay
ano
lang,
ma'am?
Mare.
So, okay. Dear learners, plant cell po na yan, ha? Plant cell ng ating, or minomodel ni ma'am Mirna. Number 2, cell membrane.
Okay, ito yung cell membrane natin. Itong naipapalibot dito. Yung pinaka-frame niya. Yan.
Number 3A, nucleolus.
Okay, nucleus, ito.
Wala sa center, ano ma'am?
Oo.
Nandun sa medyo ibaba.
Yes.
Oo.
Wala siya sa center kasi medyo nasakop ni vacuole kasi yung
Sobrang
space.
laki.
So,
Oo.
sobrang laki ng vacuole.
So, 3B, nucleus.
Okay, ito ang nucleus niya, ito.
At
Itong part na yan.
4A, smooth endoplasmic reticulum.
Okay,
Smooth.
ito ang smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Wala siyang ribosomes, sabi natin kanina. Ito, lahat
And
yan.
then the rough, 4B, rough
rough.
endoplasmic.
Ito. Yan, magaspang yan.
Kasi
Okay.
may ribosomes.
Yes.
And then number 5, ribosomes.
Number 5, ribosomes. Ay, sana yung number 5? Ay, ito to.
Yung
Ito, yung mga maliliit na yan.
Yes.
Yan. Okay.
Okay. And then
Oo.
chloroplasts.
Chloroplasts. Hindi, numbers.
Yan, yung green dyan.
Ito-
Chloroplasts.
Yes.
Yes, yung mga green dyan. And then mitochondria.
Mitochondria, ito.
Okay.
Yung orange, kulay orange. Parang
And-
sausage.
And then, Golgi apparatus or body. Number 9.
9, ito. Ito.
Oo, para siyang stack of,
Okay.
pile.
Ito, tsaka yan.
And then, vacuole.
Okay, vacuoles, ito.
Oh,
O yan, malaki.
Sakto yan, no? Parang siya yung largest na organelle.
Oo.
Oo. And then, microbodies, 11. Yung mga
Microbodies.
yellow dyan, ma'am.
Asan na yung micro? Ah, ito, to. Yan.
Oh, and then, the
Yan.
last one is the cell wall.
Okay, ito na ang cell wall natin.
Ayun,
Yan.
the
buo.
outer, ano?
Yes, the outer.
Outer structure or
Yes.
layered structure. Ayan, thank you,
Okay.
Ma'am Mirna. Okay, so both of them are perfect.
Correct. O, bigyan natin yan ng congratulations.
Oh, okay.
Congratulations!
So, kahit mga seniors, malapit nang mag-senior citizen, matalas pa rin ang mata namin.
Correct.
Okay, so Ayan. Grade 7, please. Yung mga nakikinig via FB Live, pakitignan ng screen natin. As you can see, nandyan ang cross-section of a plant cell. Okay, let us now know the function of each organelles present in plant cell. So, ayan, cell wall. Ayan, cell wall. It gives shape and protection to plant cells. Okay. Cell membrane. How about cell membrane? Okay, same lang siya ng function sa ating animal cell kanina. A double layer that supports and protects the cell. So, aside from the cell wall, may cell membrane din itong plant cell. Okay? It allows materials in and out. So, parang sa school, double fence. Ano? Oo. Okay. Okay, what are the other organelles present in plant cell, Ma'am Donna?
We also have the lysosome. So, it contains digestive enzymes that destroy damaged organelles and invaders.
Oo.
Kumbaga, yan yung pinaka-guard. Guard ng school. Okay, we also have the cytoplasm. It is a jelly-like fluid that surrounds and protects the organelles. Parang ganun din sa plant cell, di ba?
Oo.
Dito,
Para silang may
naka-embed
cytoplasm.
yung mga organelles. We also have
Okay, Ma'am Lynn, the nucleus and nuclear membrane.
Okay, so nucleus. Also, actually, ma'am, yung mga parts sa plant cell, pareho lang din ang functions ng sa animal cell. Okay, so control center of the cell, it contains the DNA, that is for the nucleus, the brain of the cell. Then we have the nuclear membrane, surrounds the nucleus.
Yes.
For nucleus, that is around the structure in the nucleus that makes ribosomes. Ma'am Mirna.
Okay. Another, we have the vacuole. It stored food and water. And we have the Golgi body. It processes and packages materials for the cell. Then the mitochondria, kaya sabi natin kanina, that is the powerhouse that breaks down food to produce energy in the form of ATP.
Okay, so same lang sa rough ER and the smooth endoplasmic reticulum. If it is rough, it has ribosomes on it, while if it is smooth, does not have ribosomes.
Yes, and the function of rough ER and smooth ER builds and transports substances through the cell. And we also have the cell wall. So the cell wall gives shape and protection to the plant cell. Meron pa tayong isa.
And the chloroplast. Yung sinabi namin kanina na color green.
Yes.
Bakit kaya siya color green, Ma'am Donna?
Because it changes sunlight into sugar for plant cells and contains a green pigment called chlorophyll. Ayan.
So, the chloroplast aids for photosynthesis.
Correct.
Where plants make their own food.
Yes.
Okay.
So, ayan
Yung chloroplast na yan, kung nabanggit na lang natin in the plant cell. Wherein hindi nabanggit kanina yan sa
Animal cell.
Ganon din yung cell wall, di ba, ma'am?
Yes. So, yan mga dear learners, you are now familiar with the organelles present in plant and animal cells. So, this time, let's have Ma'am Erlinda and Ma'am Mirna to discuss with us the organelles present only in plant and animal cells.
Okay, so thank you, Ma'am Belle. Okay, so dear learners, so with the organelles mentioned by Ma'am Rio and Ma'am Donna, now let us compare the plant and animal cells. Okay, first, yung size nila. No? Pero dun sa model natin kanina, baliktad Kasi mahirap nilang pinagkasya yung mga organelles dun sa animal cell kanina dahil napakarami. But actually class, plant cells are usually larger in size than in animal cells. Animal cells are smaller in size. What's the reason? Bakit ba mas malaki ang plant cell kaysa sa animal cell? That is because plant cells have one large central vacuole. Kung nakita nyo kanina sa model, napakalaki ng vacuole niya. Wherein, this vacuole performs two functions. One is to store water, and the other is to help plant remain upright. Yes. So in animal cells, vacuoles are smaller but more in number. Marami sila pero maliliit. Yung sa plant cell, iisa pero malaki. Okay. So, yan ang sa animal cells. And because they do not require vacuole for their rigidity and pressure. Yan. So that's why mas malaki ang plant cell kaysa sa animal cell. Another is, ang plant cells, they have a rectangular fixed shape, while the animal cells have a round, irregular shape. So plant cells are not necessarily square, no? But they do tend to have distinct edges and be somewhat rectangular. This structure is caused by their cell wall, because of the cell wall, which is very rigid, and therefore forces the cell to have a defined shape. However, animal cells do not have a cell wall. So, but only meron lang silang plasma membrane. So kaya parang rectangular ang shape niya, and that is fixed because of the cell wall. Because animal cells are composed of a cell wall. Meron siyang cell wall, and this cell wall is made up of cellulose. So gaya ng sabi ko kanina, animal cells don't have cell wall. So the cell walls, as mentioned sa mga functions kanina, provide support and give shape to plant. So when we say cellulose, sabi natin, composed of a cell wall made up of cellulose. Cellulose is the main substance in the walls of plant cells, helping plants to remain stiff and upright. So in humans, we cannot digest cellulose. But it is very important in the diet as fiber. So that's why pag kakain tayo sa diet natin, dapat may vegetable.
Correct.
Dapat rich in fiber.
Fruits and vegetables. Because kung puro
karne,
meat,
mahirapan mag-digest.
Walang cell wall yun.
Yes. Walang yung cellulose.
Wala ding cellulose.
Yes. Ganun siya. Okay. So, please continue, Ma'am Mir.
okay. Another differences between plant cell and animal cell. Sa plant cell have one large central vacuole taking 90% of cell volume. Kasi ang plant cell, meron, di ba nakita ninyo kanina, sa plant cell meron siyang large central vacuole. Kasi the main function of the large central vacuole in plant cell is to provide structural support. However, it serves other functions such as protection, storage, growth, and waste disposal. And these large central vacuoles typically occupies 90% of the space in the cell. Kaya napakalaki. Then water fills the vacuoles to the point that they exert pressure against the walls of the cell. This helps in maintaining the plant's structural integrity and enables the plant to grow larger. So that is the reason why plant cell has large vacuole. While the animal cell have one or more comparatively very smaller vacuoles. Another, plant cell has a centrioles present in lower forms of plants. Like for example, sa mga seedless vacuolar plants, like sa cycads and ginkgo. Don't worry mga anak, itong klase ng mga halaman na ito, malalaman ninyo pagdating dun sa
fourth quarter sa
Yes.
animal kingdom.
Yes. While the animal cell, centrioles are present in all animals. Okay, another is plant cells composed of chloroplasts to produce their own food. Diba, nabanggit nyo kanina yung chloroplast?
Yes.
That chloroplast, it contains the green pigment, which is the chlorophyll, which is responsible for photosynthesis. O, alam natin yan, mga anak, na ang photosynthesis, that is the process to manufacture food. Diba? Kaya ang mga halaman natin, they can make their own food na hindi nagagawa ng mga animals.
So that's why ang plant, they are called the producers at ang mga animals are consumers.
So, sa animal cells do not contain chloroplasts.
Okay, so thank you, Ma'am Mir. Now, we have here a Venn diagram showing the differences and similarities of plant and animal cells according to presence and absence of organelles. Okay, so we have there the animal cell. So anong meron sa animal cell lang na organelles? They have a small, numerous vacuole at merong centrioles. Wherein sa plant cell, they have also vacuole but one large vacuole. They have cell wall and chloroplast na wala sa animal cells. But, dyan sa gitna, doon ng ating Venn diagram, we can see there na merong both similarities nila. Meron kay animal cells, meron kay plant cells. Like the cell membrane, the nucleus, cytoplasm, the endoplasmic reticulum, both the soft and smooth and rough. Then we have the ribosomes, cytoskeleton, mitochondria, and the Golgi apparatus. Yan, pakitignan nyo ng mabuti mga anak, screenshot ninyo para hindi na kayo mahirapan sa pagsagot sa inyong mga learning activity sheets.
Yes. So, that's it, dear learners. Here's the summary of our lesson for today. So, cells are the building blocks of all living things. The human body is composed of trillions of cells. They provide structure for the body, takes in nutrients from food, convert those nutrients into energy, and carry out specialized functions.
So that is why it is very important for us to make our cells healthy. Okay? So you have to take in healthy foods para, syempre, makonsume ng cells natin. And in turn, syempre, healthy cells equals healthy body.
Yes. Can we live without cells, Ma'am Maria?
No, ma'am. Actually,
Yes, we can't.
We can't live without
Because
cells.
cells are the basic building blocks of all living things. So, the human body, as we have said a while ago, composed of trillions of cells, wherein they provide the structure for the body, take in nutrients into energy, and carry out specialized function.
Oo, tama yan, Ma'am Lina, no? So, organelles, okay, which are located inside the cell. These are specialized structures found inside cells that conduct a variety of functions. Okay? So, ayan. Those organelles are equally important. Okay po?
Yes, lahat sila kasi merong role.
May role sila.
Meron silang functions or duties.
Halimbawa, dito sa school, di ba, Ma'am Donna?
Yes.
Once na wala yung guard, di ba? O yung cell wall. For example.
Kung sino-sino lang makakapasok.
Yes, may mga invaders.
Yes,
di ba?
correct.
Yung mga hindi dapat pumasok, nakakapasok.
Correct.
Which could affect, negatively affect the cell.
Okay, so excuse me, Ma'am Rio and Ma'am Donna. Kikita ko, bumababa tayo, 38 na. Mga anak, my dear learners, grade 8, wag pa kayong aalis kasi hindi pa namin nababanggit ang inyong performance task.
Oo.
Yung performance task ninyo is not indicated in your learning activity sheets. dito namin sinasabi sa live discussion. So kung hindi kayo makikinig ngayon, hindi kayo manunood, hindi nyo maiintindihan na naman ang ating performance task for week 2. Wala tayong performance task ng week 1 because itong week 2 medyo mabigat. So week 1 and 2 na itong performance task natin ngayon.
Individual to, no, ma'am?
Yes, and this is individual performance task. Kaya please, wag muna kayong umalis tapusin.
Oo nga. Bumababa eh.
Ilan na lang?
Ayan, tumataas
Umakyat na tayo sa 44 42. Dear learners, hindi namin uulit-ulitin sa GC ito. Kaya makinig.
Okay. Ma'am Lynn?
Ikaw naman.
Okay. So, organelles present only in animal cells. Ulitin nga natin. What are the organelles present only in animal cells na wala sa plant cell?
Small vacuole and centriole. Ma'am Lynn, may nabanggit sa RBI natin, ano? Included ang cilia at flagella. Dito sa organelles that are present only in animal cells.
So, that's the latest.
Yes.
Okay. Ma'am Mir?
Okay. So, organelles present only in plant cells, we have the cell wall, chloroplasts, and large vacuole. Yan lang ang mga organelles na nasa plant na wala sa animal cell.
Yes. Correct. Okay. So, ano naman yung mga organelles na present in both animal and plant cells? We have cell membrane, nucleus, cytoplasm, endoplasmic reticulum,
both smooth and rough.
Yes. Ribosomes, cytoskeleton, mitochondria, Golgi apparatus.
Okay, so we hope our dear learners, marami kayong natutunan ngayong hapon.
Yes.
So reminder, please do not forget all the activities in your learning activity sheets and all the validating questions. So, dapat tapos na yung week 1 at ngayon ay week 2. Huwag kayo masyadong apurado na pati week 3 at week 4. Hintayin na matapos sa ating RBN and even the summative test. Kailangan ng summative test sa last week 4 kayo sumagot para mas maintindihan mabuti. And for your performance task this week, makinig na, my dear learners. Your performance task is you are going to make a cell model using recyclable materials.
Yes.
It's up to you if you would like to make a plant or animal cell model. Isa lang. Mamili kayo, plant cell or
animal cell.
Animal cell. Gagamit kayo ng mga recyclable materials.
Or indigenous.
Or indigenous.
Yes.
Pwede rin ang indigenous materials.
Yes. O yan, nagpa-flash kami ng mga samples.
Yan. Ano yun? Gawa sa bottle.
Tumingin kayo kung anong pwede nyong gawin dyan pinaka-nucleus, ano ang pwedeng maging mitochondria,
Correct.
ano ang pwedeng vacuoles.
Pero dapat, ma'am, para ma-identify natin yung parts, dapat may label.
Yes, dapat may mga label.
They should label it.
Ano ba yung criteria natin, Ma'am Rio?
Okay, syempre hindi mawawala dyan ng appearance, ano?
Yes.
Okay, appearance.
Yung labeled na
Parts.
organelles.
Okay.
And then,
Creativity.
creativity.
Oo, kasi baka mamaya mag-search sila ng wapya na lang basta.
Yes.
and then time,
Ay, ma'am, paano nila ipapass ito? Paano nila isasubmit sa
ayun na lang.
atin? So, they're going to
20,
picture their model na kita
Yes.
yung mukha nila.
Correct.
Yes.
Hawak nila yung hawak nila yung model.
Oh,
And
selfie
then saka
with
sila
the
magpipicture.
model.
Hindi lang
Kailangan
basta yung
hawak
model,
nila.
ha?
hawak nila.
Yes.
Sa yung mga magagaling mag-video, pwede din na habang ginagawa nila, i-video nila.
Before,
Kung
during,
kaya
and
nila.
after.
At they have the resources.
Correct.
Pero kung wala, pag nagawa na nila, picturean nila, papicture sila, kasi hindi mo na pwedeng mag-selfie ka doon, medyo mahirap, di ba? Okay, so picturean, hawak yung model.
Ulitin lang natin yung criteria, Ma'am Rio.
Okay, so tatlo lang to, ano? Appearance, 25. Labeled organelles, 25. And creativity, 50. Equivalent to
100%.
Naalala ko nung face-to-face, yung gawa ng mga anak ko, ano yung pang edible?
Edible cell
Gamit sila
model.
ng mga candies, chocolate, nips.
Gummies.
Tapos
Cheesecake.
yung pinaka-cytoplasm nila, nagano
Jelly.
sila yung...
Jelly.
Yung jelly, yes, saka yung
Cheesecake?
pancake.
Oo,
Yun,
pancake.
nagluto sila. After the presentation,
Kumain
meron
sila.
eating
Oh.
activities. O, diba?
Ayan, ilabas nyo yung creativity nyo dyan, Grade 7 learners. So, see you all next week for another fruitful discussion in Science 7.
Sandali pa pala, ma'am.
Ay,
Di ba
meron
dito
pa.
meron tayo yung
Ano pa, ma'am?
Ang tanong sa
Ang
FB
tanong.
community.
Oo.
Post ka, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Oo.
Kasi dapat sagutan nyo din yung mga anak.
Oh, may points yun, di
May
ba,
points,
ma'am?
Yes. Mention yung nila yung pangalan nila and section, then mention the teacher. Para mababasa ni teacher.
Oo.
Mention your teachers, mga anak. Ha? Pakisagutan yan yung ang tanong
Ang
dun
tanong.
sa FB community.
Yes.
Yan. Kasama yon.
Oo. May reminder pa ba sa'yo, Ma'am Mirna? Before we end?
Wala na.
Wala na. How about you, Ma'am Donabel?
Yung mga validating questions, mga anak.
Oo.
Quarter 2 na tayo ngayon, shift 2. Pero reminder, dito ko na din idadaan. Yung may mga incomplete outputs pa
Yes.
ng quarter 1.
Mm-mm.
Mga anak, please complete all your outputs. Hindi lang basta yung activities ang sasagutan, ha?
Yes.
Importante yung mga validating questions, summative test, and performance
Tas.
Oo, kasi malapit na tayo mag-quarter 3 eh.
Correct. Ang bilis talaga ng panahon.
Ito na tayo ngayon.
Oo. Okay.
Ayan.
Okay,
may
announcement.
daw. Galing kay Sir Dennis.
Galing
galing
sa
daw
office.
Ng Doña Aurora.
Meron daw pong ipinapatupad na no vaccine, no entry sa ating paaralan. So, kailangan po ninyo mag-present ang vaccine card upon entering the school.
Kahit sino na papasok dito sa school, pupunta sa office, may kukunin na mga whatever records or what. Basta pagpasok, kailangan ipakita po natin ang ating
Vaccination
Vaccine
card.
card.
Oo, sa lahat ng
So,
establishments,
hindi
yun
lang
na
yun. Dati
eh.
ang kwan natin, no ID, no
entry.
entry.
Ngayon, vaccination card.
No vaccine card, no entry. At syempre, dapat nakamas din po kayo na papasok dito.
Correct. Kasi
Okay.
dumadami na naman yung ating
all
cases.
health safety protocols.
Ayan lang.
Oo, bilang pagsunod na sa
Sa kautusan ng ating mga namumuno sa Division
of
Yes.
Isabela.
Yes. Saka hindi lang naman yun, di ba, in-announce din ni President Duterte na hindi dapat papalabasin ang mga hindi
Nabakunahan.
na-vaccine.
Yes.
Hindi yung binabawalan sila, but
For
para
protection.
sa kanilang protection din, hindi ba?
Okay.
Okay.
So, ayan. Another fruitful discussion na naman ang ating
Natapos.
natapos. Okay? So, that's it. Goodbye!
Yes.
See you again next week. Bye-bye.
Bye! Thank you for listening!
Physics, chemistry, earth science, biology, biochemistry, environmental science. These are some branches of science. Science is about a whole lot more than that. And to sum it up, we believe that science is the way of helping the brain grow in finding new knowledge and help us defeat our curiosity and how the world develops and works today. Science. This is your class, and this is science. And now, here is your host for the day. Ito ang 106.3 Dance Radio. Dance Radio.
Prepare yourself.
Ang silid-aralan sa radyo, hatid namin ay makabagong paraan ng pagtuturo at kaalaman. Mapaumaga, tanghali o hapon man yan. Ang istasyong magbibigay impormasyon kahit saan man.
For something big. Alright, here we go.
106.3 Dance Radio. Doña Aurora National High School, Santa Rita, Aurora, Isabela.
This
106.3 DWBR FM.